So we are live again, uh, talking about some mindset issue, and this time we are going to talk about something which not a lot of people would be aware of. Okay, and we are going to talk about something which is called as tunnel vision. So a lot of times, in fact, every time uh, we have heard that we have to be focused, very focused on the things that we want to do, we want to achieve. Okay, and at times people are so focused and they look at so close, okay, that they forget what is happening around, and they are not connected with the environment. They are not connected. They have lost the connection with the environment, and that's why they lose a lot of opportunities. Okay, and so we'll get to know from Saeed what tunnel vision is, and we have growth coach Saeed, who has helped professionals to achieve growth mindset so they can keep growing in their professional life and improve their personal life as well, right? So Saeed, welcome to this YouTube live. So my straight question to you is, like, I have not heard about this word a lot. Okay, so what this tunnel vision is?
Well, first of all, thank you, Arif. Thanks for having me here, and thanks for people who joined today. And yeah, as it sounds, it's something that's narrow. Um, if I have to quote Gevran, we are limited not by the possibilities, not by the abilities, but by our vision. So, if a person has a very narrow vision, if a person has very small outlook, then uh, the way he do things or whatever he does is has too many limitations to it, and it has very narrow. I mean, kind of. I don't want to say narrow mindedness because it sounds quite negative, but eventually that's how it results. So metaphorically, what it means is that a very narrow focused approach resulting in exclusion of other possibilities, other perspectives. Okay, so in a tunnel vision, what's happening here is that it's a it's a kind of a distortion. I mean, a cognitive distortion where a person becomes hyper focused on a specific aspect or specific object, uh, uh, without considering the situation and without considering the overall well-being of everything else. So it's a it helps in short-term gains, okay, but eventually it could have impact on the overall, I mean, long-term objectives of the organization or an individual in a negative manner. Okay, so it doesn't see the broader picture. Okay, like for example, in organizations you have sales team, right? Sales team are only focused on getting their numbers done. So in order to get that sale done, sometimes they overcommit to clients. Okay, so maybe this team, this person, whoever it is, he may be meeting these targets for this year, this month. Okay, but because you overcommitted, you are losing relationship there because obviously you're not going to deliver, right? You're not going to live up to that commitment because you have overcommitted. So it impacts the relationship. That means you're losing a long-term business there. So that you may not have repeat orders from there because you did not live up to your commitment. So that's one kind of thing. Similarly, in a manufacturing setup, usually the production people they hold the key because unless they deliver, you're not going to sell, right? In the company that I worked for, it was a huge manufacturing setup worth about $4 billion. But then we had very tough time convincing the production team to give us better delivery. Often we used to get very long lead, and long lead work when you want to have business. So, but again, here we are talking about tunnel vision. So that team, they are focused only on their numbers and their possibilities and their perspective. They're not considering anything else because when the production doesn't consider sales demands, what's happening here is it is impacting sales. That means it is impacting revenues. That means it is impacting finance. So it has a very broader impact. Okay, so that's how uh, tunnel vision impacts. Even in personal lives, you often see in families, there is only one person who decides. That could be a grandparent, that could be a parent, somebody. And he not only decides about himself, he decides about others and others' lives as well, right? He or she, whatever it is. Okay. Like, for example, there may be a member in the family who's key, and if that person says, you get married now, you need to get married now. Okay. And I mean, because he believes that I have this responsibility and I have to fill it up. I have to complete this responsibility now. Okay. And he's not considering anything else here. That's again a tunnel vision. It may be intention may be good, but result may not be that good in the long term, especially. So that, I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I
So,
hope
so
I've
what I
explained
could
that.
understand is that when a person is focused, too focused, or he is, or let's say he has a tunnel vision, he is looking at those things in a way that he's not relaxed in the environment. He's not connected with the environment. For example, let's say there is a colleague in the office who has backstabbed a person. Okay, now his complete focus is on that. He's not understanding the whole situation, the big picture, uh, and it will create problem for himself,
Yeah,
right?
in the long
And
term.
and the organization as well, as you rightly said. And let's say there is a person who was let's say cheated by a partner in personal life, right? And now his focus is completely on why me, why somebody can do this. Okay, so he or she has that tunnel vision, and he's not looking around. He can't see the again the bigger picture, right? And it can create havoc if a person is too focused, and especially on something negative. So thank you for sharing all that. So Saeed, like people want to be focused, right? And if they are focusing on something which is not fruitful, which is not meaningful, uh, the results will not come. The desired results will not come. So maybe not people are not aware of this term tunnel vision, but still they don't want to be in this zone. So why somebody would go into tunnel vision, and what are the consequences of it?
So, a reason why, I mean, let's discuss the why first, actually. So, uh, first thing is, we are talking about a vision here. And the people who have tunnel vision usually don't have a vision, at least the long term vision. They are only looking at the short term gain. They are only looking at the temporarily what is beneficial to them. And they are not considering uh, not only the other's perspective, but they're also not considering the long term objective of the organization or their own family or whatever it is. Okay, so they are not looking at long term good; they are looking at a temporary gain. Okay, they
So
they,
I
they are
want to
fixed.
interrupt you here. Do you mean
Yeah.
that people, there are some people who are just focused on the salary at the end of the month, and they don't have you know much of goals, neither long term, short term, middle term, long, any sort of goals. They are too focused on, okay, I'm getting the salary, I'm doing this job, that's it.
And you can take another good example of like in a particularly sales team. There are people who always want to get that sales incentive, sales commission, right? So their focus is only on getting
Whatever,
that commission.
whether
So they
whether
can,
it comes ethically or not.
so in order to get that incentive, get that commission, they can ditch anybody, like you mentioned, they can backstab anybody because their focus is only on getting that intention. So, and that is not good for them. That is not good for the organization as well. That is not good for relationship. So first thing is the lack of vision. Okay, and then a leadership quality, which I mean they lack a leadership quality, and because they lack a leadership quality, they act as uh, individuals in a silo, and me myself, and that's it. Whatever my good. Okay, and maybe this is because they secretly fear that if they don't do this, they will fail or they cannot survive. Okay, so this fear makes them get into excessive focus on whatever they have to get. I mean, they become ruthless in doing that. So in the process, they may uh, they may destroy other things, including relationships. And there are also people who are like my way or highway. Okay, they believe that okay, if it is to be done, it has to be done in my way only. That's it. So they have that single focus, narrow focus. And also some people are very egocentric. Okay, and they believe that I am right. Or there are also people who think that if it has to be done, it has to be done my way, or I am the only person who can do it right. Okay? And perfectionism. And if it is people who believe that I'm the only person who does it perfectly, so this is the only way to do it perfectly. They are not even looking at, they are not even considering, they are not even paying attention to what other possibilities are there, because they believe that they are the perfect things. Okay, and I mean, this all basically what it is that uh, they lack reflection basically. Okay, and also sometimes it could be because of uh, corporate pressure, the organizational pressure. They have certain numbers to meet, they have certain KPIs to meet. So in order to do that, so they just focus on one thing and they try to achieve it. In the process, maybe there is some damage happening, but yeah, they care just about the numbers. So now when coming back to the consequence, okay, a person does it, and now the question is, okay, he met his KPIs, he met his targets. Still, what is the problem now? The problem is that when you are excessively focused, first of all, you yourself can get burnt out because you are always so much focused on one thing that you are not considering anything else. And this definitely is, along the way, you are damaging relationships. You are causing, you are hurting others probably in your focus to achieve what you want to achieve. That means definitely your relationships are taking a hit, either personal life or personal life. So damaged relationships are very serious consequence in a professional world, more than personal life. And similarly, this need not be you need with a person like this need not be a good decision maker, because he's not looking at a broader picture. He's not looking at what other possibilities are there. There, in fact, maybe there could be a better way of doing that thing, right? But he's not even considering that because he's already single-minded. He's focused on one thing, and this in turn will, what it will happen, it will affect your career. That means the management knows this. Okay, and even though you are achieving numbers, they knew how you are doing it and what you are doing. So they don't see you as a leadership material, they don't see you as somebody who's inclusive, who can take your team along. He is somebody, they are seeing you as somebody who walks alone. So somebody who walks alone is often not considered for leadership. And that means your career is stagnated, which also means that your growth, your income, your financials are hit. So when that is hit, your personal life is also hit. So it has serious ripple effect here. Yeah. So tunnel vision for a short time may be good, but in the long run, it's not doing any good to you.
Yeah, it may be good, maybe very, very, very short term, right? And not for the long term.
Mm.
Definitely. Because in success, there are a lot of people, lot of things that contribute. And when we have this tunnel vision, what I can see is people, just ignore all the perspectives, all the other contributions, and they are too focused to. They are basically strained. I'm not saying focused. They are strained onto
Yeah.
something, and I don't think they will be achieve. They will be able to achieve success that they desire, and they think that they
See,
will be achieving
here
through
there
them.
could be a little bit confusion as people, as we were discussing in the earlier, in the beginning of this, that sometimes people think that being focused is good, but there's a difference between being focused and being excessively focused. And whoever examples that we see in the world, that people who are successful being focused, they are successful not just because they are focused. They are successful because they are focused and they are able to take along the whole thing with them, the whole system with them. That system could be their team, their management, their family. They are moving along with it. They are not just moving alone. Okay, if they are moving alone, then there's going to be a failure. But when they are
True,
moving along,
true,
yeah.
true that. So, Said, uh, eventually, this is the question that everybody wants to be, get answered. What are the steps or what people can do to realize that they have this, they're suffering with this tunnel vision and how they can overcome it?
Yeah, it's not something very difficult, or it's not some rocket science. But yeah, one need to do what it is not what need to be done. First thing is that I mean, whenever you have certain things to do, there are three levels to it. Okay, so what is it called is that practice three level method. One is the first level is that, oh, what am I exactly doing? Okay, I mean, exact thing that I am doing at my level. That is at my level. And at level two, you look at the impact that whatever I am doing, what impact it has on the system. When I say system, the system around you. That means that your team, your colleagues, your department, then your organization, all of it. Similarly, in a family, your family, your children, or your extended family, all, so how it is impacting the system. And at level three, you look at, does this move closer to the ultimate objective, ultimate outcome that I have? Like if you are in a responsible position in an organization, your vision and the vision of the organization, they need to be in alignment. Because it is not possible that your organization has a vision this side and you have a vision on the other side. It doesn't work that way. So whatever you're doing now, whatever your actions you're taking now, is it moving in the same direction? Are they aligned? Are they taking you closer there? So you need to look at this three levels. This is the starting thing. Then next thing is that uh, when you are making a decision, when you are about to do something, consider that you are the authority on that. You are the subject expert. You are the authority. Still, maybe there is some new development. Maybe there is some different perspective to it. So include practice including diverse inputs. So bring in other people's perspectives, take others' opinions. So include your team, your whatever it is. Stop thinking alone. Instead, include others people's opinion, other people's thought process. See where it is going, how they think about it. Okay, and then in our coaching program, we have this something called a wheel of life activity, where we look at all aspects of our life, and when you do one thing, how it impacts. So when you're doing an action, look at all these things, how it is impacting. Like, there may be a project that you're working on, right? Now, when you're working on that project, you consider that how it is impacting your career, how it is impacting, what it will do to the relationships, what it will do to your health. Okay, what learnings you have in that, and what excitement or what enjoyment you have in that, and how it is going to impact your finances. All the areas of the life, the key areas of the life, how it is impacting. Look at this, because when you consider all this, that means you are taking a holistic approach rather than a tunnel view. So when you have a holistic approach, that when everything is in alignment, then your decisions are good for a long term vision. Similarly, question your perspective, because you have a perspective, but is that perspective the only thing right, or there could be a better view, better understanding? So ask better questions. I mean, what is urgent? What is the immediate benefit? What is the long term impact? Ask better questions to yourself, right? And the thing is that, uh, like when we drive, sometimes we have the blind spot. We can't see it, what the vehicle coming, because there is a blind spot. Similarly, when we move in a professional life, there are blind spots. There are certain situations that we can see. There is certain situations that we cannot foresee. Okay, so how will you be able to see? Maybe there is somebody in your team who has done this before, who has been through this before, who knows this. There may be somebody in other department, okay, who has been into a similar situation, who has seen this. So take the help of your peers, your mentors, or your colleagues, whoever it is, to see, to cover that blind spots, okay. Because when you're doing it alone, maybe you will be affected by those blind spots. And every decision, everything that you make, it has a cause, it has affected, it has a ripple impact, okay. Look at all these things when you are making a decision. What causes that decision, what effect it has, and what ripple impact it will create. Look at all these things, because that will make you see, okay, today I'm making this decision, but tomorrow, down the line, a year from now or 2 years from now, what effect it has. It will help you uncover those things. And not last but not the least, like we always say, doing alone is good. uh, if you are able to do it on your own is good, but the faster and better way of doing it is that you getting help from somebody. Maybe that could be your senior, that could be your boss, that could be a coach, that could be a mentor, that could be somebody who has been through this, who has done this before, who has helped others do this. Because what happens is sometimes a perspective coming from external source, okay, who is not connected to this, it gives a totally a fresh perspective, something that you have never thought of, something that you would not even imagine, because you are in a routine, you see the only thing, but somebody from outside, maybe he's seeing a totally different picture. So take help of somebody.
So that's true, Saeed. And we have been talking about that you should listen to yourself, listen to your heart. Don't don't focus what others are saying, right?
Yeah.
And today is just the opposite. So the importance is that we keep balance. So we are interdependent. We are not okay. Like we cannot be completely free, completely independent. Absolute freedom is not possible, right? Or maybe absolute anything is difficult to achieve, right? Absolute perfection. And was another thought that came today, uh, that we are striving to be perfect, but at times perfection limit a person to evolve, to get better, because now they think, okay, this is the only thing that we can achieve, and what is beyond that level, we are not even thinking about it, and they consume themselves doing that thing perfectly, you know, day after day. So,
Actually,
Sai,
today I was there is a book by there's a book called Focus. The book title itself is Focus. It's by one gentleman, Goldman, written about 10 years ago. It's a bestseller. It's sold more than 2 million copies. So he's talking about focus here, right? The book is about focus. And in the book, he says sometimes in order to focus, you need to unfocus. You need to get out from that focus. You need to go around, come back, because too much focus, too much this thing can fixate, can result in a very this thing. So yeah, well, eh, focusing is good, but any too much of anything is unproductive. So yeah.
true, true. So, Said, what will happen if a person has come out of this tunnel vision?
Mhm.
How will it change or affect his professional life?
See, the thing is, as we said, this is all mindset issues, and
So
there
let's
are
say, let me change this question a bit. So let's say the person is eyeing for a promotion and he's working too hard. Everything in the book that is mentioned, he's doing all that. Okay, uh, he's not able to achieve the success. He's not able to achieve the promotion. Can it be because of the tunnel vision? And if it is, how? And if he has overcome, how will it change?
yeah. See, good that you mentioned, because you see sometimes people who work and who actually overwork, one of the most important thing they ignore or they compromise is relationships, because they think that I'm working hard, so I should be recognized. I don't have to talk about it, or I don't have to present myself. and it is their job to see it. I was thinking like that also. Okay, so I mean, there are people who are workaholic. They work, I mean, late nights, and they are so much focused, and they produce results. But as you said, they don't get promoted or rewarded as they should. And one of the biggest reason for this is they forget to make relationships. They forget to build relationships. They forget to learn to present themselves. They forget to network. Uh, so you may be you may be doing as what is required, what you believe is right. But then when you are so much focused on one thing, you are ignoring automatically the other things. And in life, or in professional life or personal life, when you want to succeed, it is not just that one thing. It is like a curry. You have to have a pinch of everything to make it taste better. So you need everything. So you need to take along all those things. You need to be good with all your team members. You need to be good with your seniors, and so you need to include all those things. So this what when you overcome this, what happens is you will be able to see these patterns. Okay, this is the pattern. This is how I have been behaving, and then I mean that's where the problem lies. Okay, so you will be able to correct those things, and instead of instead of just being focused on one thing, you become a strategic thinker. You will not just think of one thing, but you will also think of what effect it has on others and how you can satisfy all the stakeholders. It is not just about you. There are other stakeholders in the project that you're doing, right? So you need all others need to be satisfied. Okay, so you are not just a doer, but you are somebody who can get done. That's how you transform yourself. And when you collaborate, when you consider others perspective, when you bring in others viewpoints, that means maybe you are coming up with new ideas. Okay, so you will be able to collaborate, you will be able to come up, you maybe innovate. Your progress will exponentially, it will grow. Okay, and because you are working in tandem with others, so you feel less pressure. Okay, you are not uh, you are not subject to stress, you are not subject to burnout. Okay, because you are sharing your load with others. And you move from I mean, if you are just having a tunnel focus, that means you are like a control freak. Everything you want under you and you want to do it. So from that, you move from control to confidence, because you are confident now that you are not alone, your whole team is with you, and everybody, every stakeholder is with you, and they are in collaboration. And so that means eventually you become champion to lead, and you are considered as a leader, and you become a champion lead.
That's wonderful, Saeed, and I think it would have been so fruitful for me as well if I had this conversation some years ago, right? Maybe 2 decades ago. But I'm sure the people who are watching will get benefited definitely. Thank you so much. And with this, we'll end and see you next Friday, same time with another topic. Have a wonderful weekend and time ahead. Take care. Thank
Thank you, Arif.
you,
Same
everyone
to
who
you,
joined.
and see you
Bye
next
bye.
week, same time, same place.